In quiet towns and familiar neighborhoods, there were moments that split time into before and after, and few moments do that more brutally than when children disappear without explanation. This story is not about a single name or one isolated incident, but about a pattern that has haunted communities, investigators, and families across decades, raising the same painful questions again and again. According to widely reported cases and long-running investigations, the disappearances often begin in ordinary ways: a walk home from school, an afternoon bike ride, a quick errand, and then the silence settles in. Parents search streets and parks, neighbors retrace steps, and police launch urgent operations, yet hours turn into days with no clear answers. Experts in missing persons investigations say these cases are among the most complex because evidence is scarce, timelines are tight, and public fear can distort early leads. In many instances, early assumptions focused on runaways or family disputes, theories that later proved incomplete or entirely wrong, and that initial framing sometimes delayed more aggressive searches. Over time, patterns began to emerge: similar ages, similar locations, similar gaps in supervision that predators or opportunists could exploit, though investigators caution that patterns can mislead as much as they can help. Some criminologists argue that serial offenders are responsible for clusters of disappearances, pointing to behavioral consistency seen in solved cases, while others note that many missing children cases stem from a mix of unrelated causes, including abductions by acquaintances, tragic accidents, or voluntary disappearances driven by abuse or fear at home. Media coverage has played a complicated role, bringing national attention and resources to certain cases while leaving others in near total obscurity, often influenced by race, class, and geography, a disparity that advocates still challenge today. Advances in technology have changed the landscape dramatically, with DNA databases, cell phone tracking, and digital footprints offering tools that simply did not exist in earlier decades. And in some cold cases, these tools have reopened investigations once thought hopeless. Still, technology is not a cure-all, and investigators emphasize that human memory fades, witnesses move on, and physical evidence degrades, making time the greatest enemy. Families left behind live in a unique kind of limbo, unable to grieve fully, yet unable to hope freely, and psychologists note that ambiguous loss can be more devastating than confirmed tragedy because it never allows closure. Community responses often reveal the best and worst of human nature, with volunteers organizing searches and fundraisers, while rumors, false confessions, and online speculation sometimes inflict new wounds. In recent years, renewed attention to these mysteries has prompted policy changes, including faster alert systems and improved coordination between agencies, measures experts say have already saved lives in certain cases. Yet, even with reforms, the core question remains unresolved in many stories. What truly happened when the children disappeared, and could it have been prevented? Investigators who have worked these cases often say the smallest overlooked detail can hold the key: a passing vehicle, an offhand comment, a forgotten witness, reminding us that truth is often fragile and incomplete. As the years pass, the mystery does not fade. It deepens, becoming part of a community's identity and a warning passed quietly from one generation to the next. And in listening to these stories, we are reminded that vigilance, compassion, and memory may be the only defenses against letting such disappearances become just another forgotten headline.